Welcome to ITTV. This is Teacher Cesar, your fabulous co-teacher. Today we'll talk about intervention and supplementary enhancement material, or ISEM. Let's get started. What are the parts of ISEM? The parts of ISM are: let's know what's what, let's know what you've got, let's review, let's study, let's talk about it, let's practice, let's remember, let's apply, and let's test what you've learned. Let's know what's what. This would briefly introduce the lesson. It would state the objectives of the lesson, and it gives general instruction to the learners. Let's get going. Let's know what you've got. This is the pre-assessment part. You can give 5 to 10 items depending on the grade level. For the Key Stage 1, that would be 5 items. Key Stage 2, 5 items. Key Stage 3, 10 items. And Key Stage 4, 10 items. Let's review. Always remember that the review should be related to the new lesson. The review may be a lesson in the lower grades, but is related to the lesson at hand. Let's study. This is the motivation part. You can give an activity, which is a story, a situation, problem, game, or a puzzle. This part will motivate the learners to learn the new lesson. So, next would be let's talk about it. Let's talk about it part would briefly discuss activity 1, and then it would also briefly discuss the lesson. So here you have to give more examples and briefly discuss the examples given. Let's practice. This is where we can give exercises, the practice 1 and 2. So we make sure that the exercises will develop the objectives of the lesson. Next is let's remember. Let the learners generalize the lesson. You can ask a question that will help the learners say in their own words the concept they have learned from the lesson. Let's apply. Here we can give situations or questions for the learners to apply what they have learned from the lesson. Lastly, let's test what you've learned. This is a post-assessment part of this activity sheet. So we could give 5 to 10 items depending on the grade level. These test items should be different from those given in the pre-assessment part. So let's not also forget the preliminary parts. We should attach cover page, copyright notice page, a preface which would contain 1 or 2 paragraphs stating the ISM is all about the competency being targeted. Below the paragraph, the following information should be present: date of development, resource location, learning area, grade level, LR type, quarter or week, and the competencies and codes. It's question time, teacher. Please write your questions on the question sheet provided to you. I will answer them during the focus group discussion. Thank you so much for listening and participating. God bless.